Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, hi, how are you? And if you're not, welcome back. It's really nice to see you again. Today we're going to be discussing some of the stuff that I will not be buying in 2025 and basically how to make money. So let's get right into it. First, I think that it's absolutely unnecessary to be buying those expensive water bottles, like Stanley's, Walla's, or whatever. I think it's useless if you're paying for trend over function when there are other bottles who offer the same functions, the same preferences for much cheaper. And I've seen on TikTok a lot of people who collect these Stanley cups and waste tons of money. Most of them say it's because I want each Stanley, I want my water bottles to match my outfits. Like, please. Next is too many makeup products. The answer to this is actually really simple because most makeup products expire before usage, which will definitely lead to waste of money and clutter around your room or wherever you put your makeup. Art supplies or hobby supplies. Let's talk about art supplies because I'm an artist and I do not have any of those expensive stuff because first, they're unnecessary because skill is what matters most. I mean, I personally use a pencil and a rubber. Use a pencil and a rubber, like nothing else. So fancy supplies don't really matter if you have the talent and the passion and the consistency, if you know what I mean. And what I mean by school supplies is when people just choose the most expensive pens, pencil cases, notebooks, just because they're aesthetically pleasing. I mean, you are gonna go study with those. You're gonna use those for school. Why would you need them to look good? Even simple ones just look, I mean, they're okay. You don't need to look for expensive stuff in order to project your aesthetic in school, in class. That is just unnecessary. If you buy house slippers, you are wasting your money because first, most house slippers, especially those ones that have like the fur around them and all, are only used in like cold weathers and stuff. I mean, if you're gonna wear them in summer, that's just gonna be awful. Your feet are gonna get all sweaty and like the warm feeling will get all up your body and stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it's useless. Plus, most people just forget about them. They just throw them around, which will cause a lot of clutter around the house and forget to wear them. Plus, you can only walk barefoot or wear socks around your home if you're sure enough that it's clean and if you make sure that you clean it at least once in 3 days or a week. I'm talking about cheap earrings, necklaces, rings. You can buy expensive accessories. For example, one pair of earrings for you can buy one pair of earrings, an expensive pair of earrings that will last you basically forever because they're good quality. Instead of buying a bunch of cheap earrings that will just go green in basically a week or a day from wearing them. I left this habit a long time ago because when I buy cheap earrings, like when I buy a lot of cheap accessories, I just tend to choose one pair and wear it every single day and I leave the others. I just forget about them and they totally green out. Designer bags or luxury handbags can be unnecessary because most of the time they don't offer much more from cheap bags and they're just so expensive for absolutely no reason. I mean, sure, you can show off your new Birkin or whatever, but you can get a knockoff for much cheaper and for same purposes and same functions. Makeup bags. Makeup bags can be useless because makeup is usually stored in homes in special drawers, organizers, and stuff, not carried around. Most of the time, you get free makeup bags when you're buying makeup or skincare products, so it doesn't really matter if you buy them yourself. Wait, guys, the lighting is getting too bad, so I'll just change of lighting. Sure, you can look all cute while you're running or when you're working out, you're doing Pilates, you can all cute Pilates princess vibes or whatever. But I mean, you can buy a pair of those matching workout sets. It's uses to buy accessories for sports, for example, running, and then you just stop being consistent and you just stop running, and all that and all those accessories will just go to waste and make clutter all over your room and closet. So in this case, consistency is what matters. If you know you're gonna run every day, you're gonna work out every day, you know you're willing to do this activity every single day. I mean, it's gonna become part of your daily routine. Sure, you can buy accessories. Don't put all your efforts on it. Buy Lululemon, Gymshark, those expensive sportswear brands. You know what I mean. Okay, last thing but not least is new soaps, shampoo, and care products. I mean, sure, you can take care of yourself by buying those stuff. I mean, you have to. That's a necessity. That's something that you need in your house. I mean, it's an absolute necessity. But some people just buy a bunch of shampoo bottles and they just leave them to waste. They don't even finish one bottle and the others just expire. So I don't see the need to buy a lot of these products at one time. I mean, you can just buy one bottle of that product you want, or I don't know, use it until it expires or until nothing is left in that product. Like, make sure you use all of it. This is an absolute pro tip in saving money, because your money will totally go to waste if you buy a lot of those and just don't use them at the end. That's why me personally, I make sure I finish all my skincare products, shampoos, conditioners, or whatever. I make sure I end them all until there's absolutely no drip of product left in them. That's how I save money. I hope you guys learned something from me in this video, and I hope you guys do the same as I do, because personally I save a lot of money and use them in necessary stuff. So I'll see you guys in another video.